It is over. Nike is gated for new sellers and selling on Amazon is dead. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Brad Sherman, seven-figure seller, and on this channel we explore tips, strategies, and experiences that I have had that will help you start and scale up your Amazon FBA business. In this video, we are covering the recent news, which is that Nike is gated for new sellers. There is a ton of talk about this in the community, and I want to shed some light on the entire situation and bring some clarity to the new sellers that are worried about selling on Amazon. Is it true? Is selling on Amazon dead? Does this mean that it's going to take a lot longer for new sellers to scale their Amazon business? Well, in this video, we're going to dive into these questions. Before we jump into it, if you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well to stay up to date on all future content that I put out. And if you guys haven't seen the other videos on my channel where we go into deep dives on how to source profitable suppliers, contact brands and distributors, and ship your products into Amazon, make sure to scroll through the channel and check those videos out. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the recent news in the arbitrage community of selling on Amazon is that Nike is gated for new sellers. And this is big news because Nike is an extremely profitable brand for both retail and online arbitrage sellers. It is one of the most coveted brands to sell, and it's constantly sought after by RA and OA sellers. And why is this? Well, it has one of the highest average selling prices across all of the major categories of brands such as Adidas, Converse, Jordan, and Nike is just very profitable. You can go into stores like Marshall's or TJ Maxx, reverse source and storefront stock, and use tools like tactical arbitrage to find profitable products from websites and get discounts, and then take those products and sell them on Amazon. And you can find tons and tons of Nike products in doing this. So what does it mean for new sellers? Well, let's clear the air first. Sellers that are already ungated in Nike are not having issues right now with regating of Nike. So if you're already selling Nike and your account is ungated in Nike, you shouldn't have any problems with regating. But if you're a new Amazon seller and you're looking to get ungated in Nike, those are the sellers that are going to have a problem. Nike is now what's called a hard gate on Amazon. And this comes after the recent Adidas gate, which seems to have been a glitch. Adidas got gated for new sellers on Amazon, and now across the community, it seems like more sellers are getting ungated for Adidas again. So with Nike, what does this all mean? Is it temporary? Is it permanent? Well, we don't have the answers to all those questions just yet. But what I can tell you is this. We ran a business on Amazon for 2.5 years that was focused around retail and online arbitrage. We went to Nike outlets. We purchased products from stores. We went to Marshall's and resold Nike apparel, socks, shoes. So we sold a lot of Nike in our day. And before we got ungated in Nike, we did 6 figures in selling on Amazon. When we did retail and online arbitrage, did make up a good percentage of our sales. But it was not the only percentage of our sales. There's no sugarcoating this situation that if Nike stays gated forever, new sellers might not be able to achieve the profit that they would have achieved with Nike today. However, there is a silver lining in all of this, which is why you should watch until the end of this video when I'm going to release the silver lining. Now, before you panic, because we don't know if this is temporary or permanent, it could be possible for Nike to get ungated again for new sellers. So if new sellers apply with proper invoice documentation, they may be ungated again. One thing you have to understand is that there are thousands and thousands of counterfeit products that run through Amazon, and it seems as though Nike is cracking down on this counterfeit issue. So the brand as a whole is being regated, possibly in an effort to crack down on the counterfeit market. And as we know, new selling accounts are not totally ungated in everything right away. It takes time to build up the health of your account and establish a history with Amazon to prove yourself as being worthy of a good seller in their marketplace. Just because sellers are gated today in Nike, if ultimately Nike becomes open to ungating again and you establish a history on your selling account, you could potentially get ungated in Nike in the future. Now that we've established that we don't know if Nike hard gating is a permanent or a temporary change, let's hold off on freaking out for a second. One thing you have to understand as a new seller is that there are millions and millions of dollars worth of product flowing through Amazon. There are hundreds upon hundreds, thousands SKUs that are flowing through Amazon. Nike is a very small percentage of the total market sales that happen on Amazon. And because of this, you have to expand your horizon. As a new seller, you should be looking at all different kinds of brands. If you're doing online arbitrage, storefront stock, go through other sellers' stores and see what they're selling. If you're doing retail arbitrage, start scanning new products, right? You have to diversify and you can't just rely on Nike to grow. Nike is a big brand and it's a profitable brand and it's also a sexy brand. So all of the eyeballs are on Nike. Sellers are overlooking all of the thousands of other brands out there that you can make money on in niche categories. It is selfish of you to think that you cannot grow an Amazon business without the Nike brand with respect to the fact that there are hundreds of thousands of other brands out there for you to sell. So the silver lining in all of this is that if you are serious about selling on Amazon and if you are looking to take your side hustle into a full-time job and grow it into a seven-figure business that you can rely on to support your family, online arbitrage and retail arbitrage should not necessarily be the long-term goal. RA and OA are great business models for the beginner because they require a low amount of capital and they allow you to learn the logistics and ins and outs of selling on Amazon. However, you don't want to be there forever because it requires a 1-to-1 ratio for the amount of time that you put in and the money that you make. And the only way to scale that is by duplicating yourself and hiring multiple employees. That can be done, but the alternative path for sustainability, growth, and a long-term business plan is Amazon wholesale and or Amazon private label. And on this channel, we talk about Amazon FBA wholesale, specifically brand direct wholesale. So if you are a brand new seller, think about RA and OA as a stepping stone into wholesale because it will allow you to accumulate capital, establish your Amazon selling account, and learn about how to sell on Amazon. But the long-term goal should be wholesale and brand direct wholesale. And then even the longer-term goal maybe should be private label. For us, we did over $4.5 million in sales last year doing brand direct wholesale. This is where we build out relationships with suppliers and brands, offer them value, purchase their products, and sell them on Amazon. And we help their brand grow on Amazon. So we establish exclusive agreements, and we manage PPC campaigns, we optimize listings, and we build out a more cohesive presence for brands. The beautiful part about Amazon FBA wholesale is that we do all of the work in the beginning in order to set up these accounts with suppliers, and once they are already set up, it is a turnkey business model because all we have to do is replenish those goods every single month and make sure we are in stock. So it does not require a 1-to-1 ratio for the amount of work that you put in and the money that you make. You could quite literally spend 6 months to 1 year contacting suppliers, delayed gratification, and then once you've built out that system, you could be running a 7-figure business managed by multiple VAs and literally just working probably 20 hours a week to sustain your business if you didn't want to grow. And that's the beautiful part about Amazon FBA wholesale. So the silver lining again in all of this is that Nike got gated. Yes, it might suck right now for new sellers, but this could potentially help you accelerate into a more sustainable business model, which is wholesale or private label. So Nike is gated for new sellers, but this might be an opportunity to not just look at other brands for retail and online arbitrage, but to look at wholesale with distributors or by purchasing directly from brands. So think about it like this. If you just lost a sizable chunk of revenue from the potential Nike that you could have been selling, take the time that you would be putting in for sourcing Nike products and dedicate 20 hours a week to contacting brands. This is what we did in the beginning. We were doing a hybrid model between arbitrage and wholesale in the beginning. And it wasn't until 2021 when we pivoted full-time into wholesale. We were doing arbitrage before, sales went down. And what happened was it took about 3 to 6 months for our sales to start to climb again. That is because wholesale requires delayed gratification, work up front, and you don't necessarily see the results until 6 months down the line. But when those results start to come in, it is a snowball and it keeps accumulating over and over again. One thing you guys have to understand about Nike being gated for new Amazon sellers is don't be surprised. Amazon is constantly throwing curveballs at us, and we are expected to dodge these bullets left and right. What we have to do is pivot and adapt. That is the name of the game when selling on Amazon. We have been selling on Amazon for 5 years, and I have seen so many different things in this industry where everybody says it's dead, it's over, but the reality is Amazon just keeps throwing these curveballs and you got to keep adapting. And if you can't adapt and pivot with your business, you are not going to be successful in selling on Amazon long term. So is selling on Amazon dead? Is retail and online arbitrage dead? Absolutely not. RA and OA are great business models to start with. Do it for 6 months to a year, and then in the next year, look to scale into wholesale or private label. My personal favorite is wholesale, brand direct wholesale, because it is the most scalable business model on Amazon, because you can continue to rinse and repeat the process over and over again. And if you guys want to learn more on how to run a wholesale business and how we scaled our business to 7 figures doing brand direct wholesale, drop a comment down below, follow for more Amazon content. We are on Instagram under Operation AMZ, follow along on Twitter, Operation AMZ, and this YouTube channel will go into detail about how we scaled our Amazon business through brand direct wholesale. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps out the videos in the algorithm. And if you want to continue to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date on all future content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next time.